Hello again everyone, this is Shodredux with another Battlefield Play4Free video commentary. If you haven't checked out the game yet, go to battlefield.play4free.com. Well, today's commentary is going to be a little bit different. Why? Well, if you haven't already guessed it, I'll actually be using the jet instead of an actual weapon this time. The jet that I'm currently flying in right now is actually the Mig-29, and it's actually the jet that you get on the RU side, not on the US side, which is plainly obvious. Now, as far as my playstyle with the jet, it varies depending on, not necessarily my mood, but how I address each situation that comes up. Which you'll kind of see a good variation of each scenario here in this video, at least I hope. You know, because it was relatively fun recording this around because of the variety of things that happened, and it just like how I hit that behind my teammate with that nuke totally on accident. As far as what I find to be the most effective ways to just to start off with, say if I'm attacking helicopters, as you've seen right there, how that one was just kind of getting ready for takeoff, I usually aim for, you know, the cockpit or the gunner's side to get a quick kill out of it. Also, a new trick that I've developed and honed that a lot of you pilots might out there might appreciate is when you actually fly by a jet, or excuse me, when you actually fly by a helicopter, if you actually drop your nukes right on the helicopter and time it right, you'll be able to take out the helicopter relatively easy. However, there are big risks with that. In case a helicopter is flying upward and you're dropping those nukes, it can crash into you while you're dropping your nuke, and it can give, you know, the person flying the helicopter an instant kill on you. So there is a bit of a risk with that. So make sure, you know, the person in the helicopter is either flying, you know, either at level, lower, or, you know, in a certain direction and not going up, or else you definitely can die quite easily. As far as the differences between, you know, the jets, the only major difference as of right now during the time of me recording this is just only the looks of the jets. The F-35, of course, is the US jet, and the Mig-29 is the RU jet. But the thing with that is they both have, you know, similar stats now, so there's not much difference between each of the jets, and it's a fairly level playing field on being able to, you know, have good dogfights between each other without one overpowering the other now. I'm going to have to say that out of all the things in Battlefield that really make it feel like Battlefield is definitely, for me, the worry of the jets or being able to pilot the jet. Only because you get the sense of feeling of having a bird's eye view and being able to you know, master the jet. You feel like you're more of the game changer for not only yourself but for your team as well, depending on how well you play with the jet. I mean, it's definitely one of those vehicles that's kind of like the unsung vehicle, so to speak, if you know how to use it right. One of the things that I thoroughly enjoy doing in the jet that I feel like I've mastered a little bit in certain areas is being able to get effective, you know, I guess in Battlefield Heroes you would call them wing clips, but in this one just, you know, roadkills with the jet itself. And you'll see that coming up here relatively soon. There's a real good one in here. Even though I don't do it too much in this video, just the one coming up is pretty amazing, in my opinion. But one of the things I'm really bad about in the jet is not really switching to my anti-air missiles. The only reason why is because I really don't like giving away a lock on to scare my enemy, so I tend to leave it into the bomb, you know, the bomb camera, you know, mode or whatever you call it, so that way I can take out my, you know, my enemy stealthily. But here's the part coming up that I find quite cool. Here, right now. Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny because they all were grouped together. I don't know why, but they were grouped together. One of the tactics that I want to work on to improve would be definitely using my the tactic I guess called snake bite, and what that essentially is being able to drop your nukes and then pull up and start flying up at a 90-degree angle and then loop back down and switch to your anti-air missiles and shoot them back at the ground again. I believe. I'm not too sure. But I have done that recently. I don't know if I do it in this video or not, but it does work effectively, especially against regular infantry units. If you're flying back down into the ground and launching missiles, because the explosion radius of those missiles are really effective. I would say if you actually get a direct, hit within that radius, a lot more effective than the nukes. If you can get an accurate shot out of it, at least. As far as what I use to fly the jet, I use keyboard and mouse. I don't really have a joystick or anything like that to actually control or fly the jet. I'm just accustomed to actually using the mouse to help control and fly. But also it probably helps, just to let you guys know, I have like a G5 Logitech mouse, so it has adjustable mouse speeds on it that I can turn up on the mouse itself. So, which can explain some of the, the quick maneuvers and turns that I have with the jet. Which during the time when I got that mouse, it was I think it was around like $50, but now you can probably get it for a heck of a lot less than that, or you can get one similar to it that does the same thing for a lot less. So, but it's a good mouse to have. So, yeah. I also want to say, running people over with the jet is definitely very satisfying, only because you get some people, when you run them over, they'll actually take the time and type out and say, WTF, or dude, or wow, or you hack. There's no way. So I kind of enjoy that, because it's, a little bit like, dude, it's so easy to do once you master it. It's not even really much mastering. You just fly really low to the ground, know where the ground's level, and just hope for the best. For the most part, though, in this game, I'm going to have to say my team did a really excellent job taking over territories and keeping the U.S. team at bay. So, I just want to say congratulations to the team itself. As far as how I fly to evade if I run out of flares, if I want to evade lock-on or anything like that, I tend to fly, instead of, high to get out of the lock-on, I always fly low. And the only reason why is because I tend to feel that it's a lot easier to get out of that situation for me, because I don't know, maybe because I like the danger a little bit of weaving in and out of trees, because I don't know if somebody's locking on to me from the AA at that time, because I'm kind of in a bit of a panic mode. But I do fly low to the ground, and I don't think it's in this particular video, but there's definitely some guy chasing me, and he was following me, and then I had a sharp turn around the building around C, I believe. And I was already flying low to the ground and weaving in and out of the trees, which is pretty impressive. I wish I would have recorded at the time, but I turned left around that building at C, and the guy actually crashed into it, and it was so amazing. I wish I had a recording of it, because it was that good. As far as attacking the enemy uncapturable carrier base thingy, normally I don't go through and do that, unless it's at the very start of the round, where I know I can just get a quick edge in, so that way our team can capture the territories. But other than that, I usually stick mainly to, the actual, land itself. I don't like to go through and attack the U.S. territory, unless maybe I'm just going in there and it's like, come on guys, get over here and capture a flag, and if they don't, then I'll start going over there and, getting wing clips and running them over with the plane and aggravating them. So it's not like I'm going over there and just spawn killing them for fun. It's just usually I get a little impatient, but I don't go over there. Also, a side note: if the time does call for it, you can actually fly a jet into essentially any vehicle you want, aside from maybe the support helicopters, and be able to kill it in one hit. What I normally like to do is, if I do have a plane that's like low in health, or a jet, I just go and fly it into the enemy and bail out before I die. And if you're lucky enough and if you're close to the ground enough, you can actually bail out, land on the ground, and not take any damage whatsoever while going 1,000,000 miles an hour in the jet. Which I don't know if that's a glitch or if that's just a programming issue, but I'm pretty sure it was the same way in Battlefield 2. Yeah. You know, I just totally noticed I didn't do any upside down bombing runs in this video. I feel very sad about that. Maybe next time when Dragon Valley gets released. So, as far as my favorite vehicle in this game, it's definitely got to be the jet. Just for the fact that I love flying really fast, and I don't know, I've always been a really big fan of airplane games. So, I guess that kind of explains a lot of the flying and awesomeness. Well, that's pretty much all I got about this particular video. If you guys like the video, subscribe. Or if you have an idea, throw them out there and you may get a shout out in my next video. Unfortunately, nobody suggested this one, but hopefully somebody will suggest a good one next time. And don't be afraid to get a little crazy with it. You know, you can make them specific, like maybe like a pacifist run, because I was thinking about doing that, just going capturing flags and not shooting anybody and seeing if I can get first place. But, you know, that's an idea. It's an idea. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.